looked at me, she said, you're doing a lot of work to this house.
She answered it.
Yeah. He asked me a question. You're doing a lot of work to this house. And I said, yes, we are, and you can't be here. She said, I just want to look around. You can't be here. And she says, okay. And I said, you can go out that way, through the kitchen. It was the closest where we were, and out the door. So I watched her walk out the door. Closed the door behind her. She closed the door behind her. So I ran back upstairs. And I said to John, he said, who was it? Was it the designers? And I said, no. Some old lady just came in and wanted to look around. He said, oh, what did you tell her? I told her she had to leave, so she left through the kitchen. He said, Jim, she couldn't left through the kitchen. So what do you mean? I watched her walk out the door. He said, did you go out? He said, you're not kidding with me, right? I said, no. He said, come with me. We went down to the kitchen, opened that door. There was no porch. They had ripped the entire thing off. It was like a 12-foot drop down.
She could have walked through the wall if she wanted to.
She opened the door and walked out and closed it.
Wow.
So I told the designers, we ran out of this house at least 3 times, afraid. One time we thought it was a gas leak. One time we thought it was on fire. And I called the fire department. They came, and there was nothing there.
So she owned the house at one time.
I have no idea who she was.
And probably didn't want anybody doing any work.
I have no idea who she was. None. So, and the fire department came, and this big chief came over to me. He must have been 6'8". And I said, I'm sorry, we smelled smoke. We thought it was in the walls, you know, it was so strong. He put his hand on my shoulder and said, don't worry, son, you're not the first one to call us about this house. No kidding. The carpenters, or the plumbers got there before us and left and wouldn't come back.
And then their paychecks.
Were they black?
No.
I was going to say black people hate ghosts.
No. And then I gave, one Friday, I gave both guys their paychecks. They put them in their toolbox. And at the end of the day, they said, our paychecks are gone.
You know.
There was nobody there.
Wow.
All day, we were the only ones there. So anyway, told me, recorded me.
Yeah.
I told the designers about it.
I'm recording Dad.
I told the designers about it. And they said to me, okay, Jim, don't call the fire department, don't call Duquesne Light, and don't call the gas company. Everything's fine. You call us if you have a problem.
Was Daniel Shade one of the designers on that?
No, it was Shadyside Interiors.
Yeah.
Big company. Best, one of the best in the city. And he said, we know there's a problem in the house and we're taking care of it. Because the people bought the house for $650,000 and they were putting $1 million renovation on the house. And they were like 2/3 of the way finished with it. So he didn't want anything more wrong. So one day I walked into the house and everything was just as peaceful as can be. Everything was gone. I said, well, whatever they did, it worked. Because all our guys were able to split up and work in separate rooms.
You don't know what they did.
I have no idea. Well, I can guess. But
Exorcism.
I don't know what they did. They didn't tell me what they did. But anyway, we finished up the job and left. And the people moved into the house.
This is good.
The missus of the house was walking down the steps towards the foyer, and somebody else was walking up the steps towards the second floor, but he wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
So she screamed bloody murder. They left the house and never went back, and sued the designers in court over anything you could think of. And they sued them like 5 times, and every time they sued them, they had to defend themselves or lose. They're like, oh, this dining room table that you ordered isn't what we wanted. And so they'd sue about something like that. And so every time they'd have to hire an attorney and go to court, they put them out of business.
Wow.
Yeah, they lost their business because
So they could, in court, you could never mention about the house being haunted.
you can do whatever you want.
Well, you could,
And
but
they had enough money, they just keep suing and suing and suing.
No, what I meant is like they would nitpick on other things instead of.
Oh, yeah, they would not say, oh, it was haunted and they
Yeah,
knew it.
because
and they
the
said, no.
judge will say you're
No,
nuts or
but they didn't
something.
care if they lost or not, because it's, all the money you're paying is for their lawyers.
You know,
Shadyside Interiors.
there's a lot of people that don't believe in ghosts because they've never seen them.
Well,
Like when you talk.
I saw one and didn't know
You
it.
could talk to me about it because I've seen them. Amy's probably never seen it, but she's gonna trust you, but if you talk to somebody else, they're gonna be like, wow, that guy's not.
That was the only one I actually ever sold, I can recall.
You had that weird thing happen at the pub